Our second super speedway is on deck, and I got 3 drivers who I think can win it, and I think 3 drivers are better off staying home this week. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Where do you go? Larson up top, all the way up top. Busher, he's on the outside, he's in position, he's got it.
Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4, make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship.
Let's kick it off with the guy who I thought probably had the best car in the 500 but didn't get the finishing result, Joey Logano. He won stage 1, unfortunately had that engine issue, but was able to rebound and then got involved in the crash with Ricky Stenhouse with 15 to go. But I said it earlier in the week, Joey Logano is probably one of the 5 best super speedway racers we have right now. He has multiple wins here at Atlanta. He's also the most recent winner, winning back in the fall, which propelled him to win his 2024 championship. He also has plenty of wins across Daytona and Talladega. Joey Logano will probably be in the conversation late in the going to win this race. I also gotta say his teammate Austin Cindric is one of my favorites to win this week. He really impressed me at the 500. He led the most laps. He won his dual race. He also finished 4th at this race in the spring last year. Penske's on quite a roll here to start 2025. I think it continues. Austin Cindric is going to be in the conversation, probably either pushing Joey Logano or being pushed by Joey Logano in the closing laps to win this thing. I'm sticking with the only winner in 2025 so far. I think William Byron goes 2 for 2 this weekend here at Atlanta. He's got the momentum of winning the Daytona 500, plus he's won here at Atlanta before. William Byron is known to have great starts to the year, and I think this year is no different. William Byron will be your only winner in 2025 after 2 weeks. Now moving over to my 3 drivers who I think you're better off avoiding this weekend. And first up is probably a surprise pick for most, considering his resume at super speedways. I think you should be avoiding Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is an aggressive speedway racer, and usually it gets him into trouble. And Atlanta's a much narrower racetrack than Daytona or Talladega. There's not a whole lot of room at Atlanta to make those aggressive moves. So I think his over-aggressive, late-blocking style of racing at super speedways won't translate over to this week in Atlanta. I'd avoid Ricky Stenhouse like the plague. Number 2 on my list is Ty Gibbs. He was completely irrelevant in the Daytona 500. Toyota struggled. I don't think they're going to get it fully fixed here this weekend. It's hard to fix issues in such a short turnaround. Ty Gibbs also doesn't really have the resume at super speedways to warrant being in the conversation. So for my sake, I'm not picking Ty Gibbs at all this weekend. My third and final driver, and I mean at this point, it's free money. Avoid Kyle Larson at all costs. He is horrible at super speedways. Jeff Gordon even said it this week that he's in his own head when it comes to this style of racing. I said it last week, Kyle Larson's really critical of this style of racing as well. Now, I will give some hope, though, for Kyle Larson. Chevrolet has been really good at this new Atlanta package, but I mean, like I said last week, going from 1% of hope to 2% of hope, it's not much. Once again, avoid Kyle Larson this week at all costs. So there you have it. 3 drivers who I think can win this weekend, and 3 drivers who I think should just skip out on this weekend and go straight to COTA next week. Do you agree with my list? Who is your pick to win this weekend at Atlanta? Let me know down in the comment section below. While you're there, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe so you never miss any of the content. Until next time, I'm Morgan Weeb. Have a good day, everyone.
Where do you go? Larson up top, all the way up top. Busher, he's on the outside, he's in position, he's got it.
Jimmy Johnson through